What's up, Jason? What's up, Antonio? Pretty far from the microphone. Let's fix that. Fix that. Oh, I can't wait to get the new microphone, man. Still on back order until July. Give me a second here. There we go. I guess I should put the countdown on. Ugh. Yeah, the odd pairs, eh? What are those odd pairs? My man really there, though. Really on top of it with the fundamental analysis there. Called it. Start of the week. What's going on with my camera? Is it on there? What's up, guys? Good morning. That's some white noise, yeah. Little stream in the background there. Can't listen to music because they get mad at me. Goddamn YouTube. Is it laggy at all, guys? I'm uploading something. I'm not sure if it's gonna lag for you guys. Where can you find the sentiment analysis? It's actually in that VIP group, man. Really's been posting up the sentiment for each week, and he's been dead on the past 2 weeks. He's been dead on with all of them. He's got them right. And then we use that to apply to our actual day trading. So, you know, if the sentiment for odd was down, right, which it was for this week, and we had a trade to go long on odd, I cut the risk by 25%. And that way we only lost a little bit. It is a crazy market. Damn. Yeah, I could always play no copyright sound, but then I have to go into the actual clips and I have to link them into every video. And so if multiple songs play, then I got to go back through them. It's a pain. Might do something like that. I sound like Seth Rogen also? Damn, shit. Alright. It's funny, man. People said my laugh was like Seth Rogen before. We're dropping a few frames. Let me just put the stream on high priority. I forget how to do this though. Resource management. Performance. Startup users, detailed services. Performance. Where's the stream here? There it is. Oh, there's a bunch running. You lost 50% of your portfolio, dude? You must be brand new. Well, 50%, it doesn't have anything to do with your strategy. That has to do with your risk. Your risk. And I'm telling you, you have terrible risk management. Let's turn this on here. Boom, there we are. Got the cat right there. Let's get rid of this messy cable in the background there. Throw that to the side. Alright, man. My strategy is trend based. Then your strategy should work. Following the trend is very easy, dude. You simply bet way too much, because if you're risking more than 2% of your portfolio per trade, you are gambling. You're gambling. I will say anything more than maybe 5%. Maybe 5% is gambling. And you're just basically gonna make a lot of money and then blow it all eventually. Alright, so what's going on with odd? Boom. Last week we were talking about this, weren't we? I bet we were. Okay, so what was happening here? And we saw these highs being met. Remember this purple line, if you guys remember from last week. Purple line was previous weeks, not previous week, but you know, previous week back in January, high. We saw the sweeps above those highs. Ignored that. That was an idea, and then we completely dumped back down here. I was telling you guys, this purple area, this is most likely where we're going to see that rejection, right? All of this consolidation, right? You actually saw it come up a little bit higher to the next level up. That makes sense too. Looking back at it now, it's a little bit obvious that that area was going to be the one that was met. Let's jump on the 15. Might be a little bit cleaner so you guys can see zoomed in. Right, a little bit untested area. Nice and beautiful. That's where it hit. And now we're breaking down. This is what we thought was going to happen. This is what I told you was most likely to happen last week. We're not always right, but on the bigger picture, we can generally get a good consensus of basically what's going to happen. Now then, what do? We've basically formed now kind of this level, right? And our now untested supply is right here. So what does that tell us? The only entry option for us, assuming that we don't see any, you know, bullshit down here, sweeping lows, coming back up. If we come back up here, this is going to make a good trade, right? And then you could enter in a short. I'd probably look for a short right here behind that level, because you want to be a little bit greedier. Generally, price is going to come back to the last low it made before a dump, or the last high it made before a pump, right? You can use that kind of like as a judge or whatever, right? So then your stop would go above this one, because that's the level that was our sweep from here, right? We swept above. This is a consolidation. This is some sort of distribution or accumulation, right? Our accumulation. We've swept those highs. We've stopped those people out, and then we've dumped back down. Now that we've broken this base, we come back. We go a little bit greedier entry, put our stop above, and then we target the lows of the last week. Boom. That's a trade, man. You're curious why Euro USD is a mirror image of what? GBP odd was going well. Did you get that GBP odd signal from the group there, from Urban? I think we took off, I think I took off 75% of that one from Urban, and then it got stopped at breaking. Let's look at GBP odd. Let me get rid of this water sound. Fuck that sound. Alright, GBP odd. Yeah, so this went hand in hand with odd, right? Because odd dumped, so the GBP odd needs to pump. Yeah. Okay, so if you guys remember, we have kind of these lows here, and we've made a level that's been touched 3 times. So I know that there's going to be lots of stops here. This is a level that we had of interest, right? Now, you know, it might not come here. This looks pretty bullish, but it could depending on how it prints here. If it prints right here, this is still super, super bearish. Considering the trend is very strong down, we'd still be looking to touch this at some point. As long as we're not getting above kind of this area, we can still come down and touch that, right? On the higher time frame at least. So what were we essentially doing? Essentially, we're looking for, this is a range-based trade. We see these highs, we see it hit there. And then we come back, and let's just put the hourly here maybe. We come back and we retest this supply. Right. So we could simply be making this staircasing shape once again, right? Kind of this is the same idea, and we would just keep continuing down until we can get to that level. And then it does look like we're kind of slowing down, and this level would be the nice bounce off point. But it's just kind of like some hindsight now. There's not a whole lot you can do with it right now because you wouldn't want to short this move. Pound yen. Oh, we look at pound yen. When was this? Was this Monday? When was this? Friday? No. 16th. 16th is Tuesday, Monday, Sunday? Holy shit, man. Look at this. Dude, this is... Oh, man. Why is this so easy? Why is trading so easy? Can I adjust that? My head's kind of chopped off. I gotta get shorter. Let's get shorter. Okay. This was pretty much dead on accurate. You can see, boom, right? Okay, so after we've now touched this zone, so I'm perfectly happy. Let's look at what that zone actually looked like. It was this demand zone there. We've touched it. We no longer need that magnet. This was a call because we had swept these highs and we were coming back down to test that breakout zone. If we look at the weekly, this is the level that we broke out from, right? Actually, the daily is a bit clearer. This is kind of the area, the bowl kind of shape that we broke out from. We kind of consolidated, and then that's the breakout. So we came back down, test all that untested shit. Look at the 4 hour. That's the actual level that we're interested in. Now that we've touched that, I don't care about the sweep so much anymore. I'm perfectly happy going to the upside again here. This could simply be a retracement. Let's look to see if there's any levels of interest right here. Touching it perfectly, right? Now the thing is, I wouldn't jump in on this, not yet, because this is dumping hard, first of all. Secondly, this kept breaking new levels. It could continue back down. Look at this high here simply being broken above and then dumping back down here. You can see it on this time frame as well too. It's kind of just a sweep here, right? So this could easily go for another low. You know, it could do one of these things where, you know, you make three, you go 1, 2, 3, three like insignificant lower lows, and then it goes for the rally. Could do something like that. That's more likely what I would expect, but this is a possible bounce zone, so we can just keep our eye on that zone, right? I would expect us to come a little bit lower here, down to here, and I'll just put like one of these guys here so you can see. Let's see if it does actually happen tomorrow. As for what we can do, right? We can either look for a possible long here. So if this does print out some nice long shapes, we can get a long there, but it looks completely bearish to me. There's nothing bullish about that. Maybe the 1 minute can come up here, right? And that's what most likely is going to happen. Most likely the 1 minute's going to tell us, okay, this is support, and then we hit our resistance, and then we'll come back down, right? That's most likely. So we'll draw our supply here. That's our supply, right? And then we come back and test those lows from the week, from the previous week. All right, let's get rid of that. Remember, that was an idea that we could reject off of there. Didn't actually end up rejecting off of there. Okay. Yeah, that's probably most likely. And then we rally off of that. So I would look for a short on here. If it comes up quickly, it's a good time to short. Put your stops above there. Target down here. You could do that. That would be good. And then also watch this level and watch this level. But this, I wouldn't actually long this. No, it's kind of stupid. It won't print anything unless you scalp it. Unless you want to scalp it, then it won't print anything. Let me get the lighting better here. What's that? There we go. Hindsight, ICT stuff. Is ICT talk a lot in the hindsight? Or are you just referencing a lot of the stuff is very similar to ICT? A lot of the stuff I teach is very much similar to ICT. And some of the stuff I will teach is ICT stuff. Because he does have some good stuff. And I will teach it because it's useful either way. Sell the US 30. Yeah. Hey, look at that. Another right one. Damn. Cool. No, I don't know if selling this is a good idea, guys. Not right now. Demand. Made a low. Think of it like logically like this. We made a level that people bought up, right? And then they're like, okay, it's going in my direction now, so let me put my stop here behind the level, right? And then they get stopped out, lose a little bit of money, and then it goes in their direction. Why would this want to come back down? We've already killed off all the players that wanted to get in. Naturally, we want to now kill somebody who's trying to short. You know, the people who shorted here or anywhere in here, their stop is now right here. Is it not? Is that not where everyone's stop is going to be? So where are we going to go? Right there. And then we'll go down. So if when you say short the US 30, I would be down to short it, just not yet. I would think shorting it around here would be good. Putting a stop above there. Going down to the lows. Right? Something like that even. That would make more sense. Just make sure that you don't blindly short this. Watch the lower time frame, make sure it's actually rejecting this area or it's sweeping the highs there. Because you could come up for another rally because there's also stops right here too for the longer term players. So you could get stopped out there unless you want to just do one of these guys, which is not my forte. I'll look at UCAD. Oh yeah, this is the DAX. It's the same shit, isn't it? It's basically the same shit, is it not? It's all the same, dude. It's all the fucking same. US 30. Dow. It's all the fucking same. Look, I'll draw it the exact same. It's just skewed. It's just like the little retarded cousin version of it. Right? Here we go. What are the daily? Let's see what the daily look like. Oh my god. Demand. Bounced off of it, tricked them, swept. Right? It's the exact same. Here's your supply. It's the exact same, just this level's not as deep. It's the exact same idea. Right. Somewhere in here it'll reject, I think. Yeah. I mean, it's dumping pretty hard here now. Yeah, okay, so maybe it could dump here. Yeah, you might be wise to short this for the day trade. You might actually been wise, yeah. Because it's dumping a bit hard here. So on that retest, the only thing is, like, I think there's going to be stops right here, and we haven't quite touched that level that I was interested in. So if you did short this, you would either have to, like, scalp it, like do a short, like, day trade, something like this, something like that, or you'd put a wider stop and you'd put it above here. So you'd go this. I think this makes more sense right now. If you go here on the lower time frame and then higher time frame up here, I think that makes more sense. But then, probably down here. Yeah, right there. Oh yeah, cool. UCAD. I'll look at UCAD. You just blew your account on odd J. That sucks, man. Let that be a lesson and never do it again. Start learning how to manage your risk. Meow. 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 Okay. UCAD. Okay. So you remember this trade? We took a trade down here, and then we were looking for some sort of pullback so we get long again, right? Because long time frame, remember we filled this gap, we went a little lower, stopped some people out. Now we're looking to go longer term up. Now then, this didn't quite hit, and if you remember, I said don't get caught in the short here. I said don't get caught here because it's going to come up and it's going to touch this and stop you out. That's what I said. If you don't believe me, it's in a video, and you can go back and watch hours and shit. But I guarantee that's what I said. So now what's going to happen? It's a little bit unknown. Partially, there's conflicting views, essentially. Downtrend, we've just swept some highs here, broken some lows, really looking bearish on that sense to continue the trend down. On the flip side, this is an uptrend on the even larger time frame, right? So what makes sense to me is that this is going to hold true for a short period of time, and we're going to come back down reasonably to these lows, kind of in this area. I don't have an exact point because it's a little bit messy. I've drawn this blue box. That makes a lot of sense to me, and that's originally where we wanted to get in on that retrace. It's just been a really long time, and we're not sure if that's going to hold super well, but I think somewhere around here is going to hold. This actually bounced, didn't it? That's that level, isn't it? I think because it's a strong downtrend, we swept these lows. I'm not sold on this move yet. I would like to see lower. And if we just draw, you know, here's an untested, right? That could just be a fake out, quite clearly. There's a lot of even on the lower time frames, there's a lot of just like conflicting views back and forth. It could just range, and it's not something I would want to jump into yet, but I think down here is going to be a good long opportunity. Yeah. Any advice on how to be more confident in trading? Get data. If you're unconfident, it's because you don't know anything. Right? Think about it. If you're not confident in what you're doing, then it's because you're clueless. You're just going blindly. But if you have data that tells you for sure you're going to win on average, then why would you ever not take the trade? That makes sense? I'm trying to come up with an analogy, but I don't know any. I don't know any, man. I can't think of anything right now, so. What trades am I looking to get in on? None. I'm not trading right now. Couldn't this thing go higher? Fucking thing. I'm not looking to get any right now. Oh, man, it's kind of tilted. I'll have to fix this tomorrow. Not trading this late in the day. It's that's why I stream this late, because then I don't have to take any trades. Because I don't want to be trading while I'm talking to you guys, because it's going to ruin my trades. And honestly, I would rather focus on myself making money than teaching you guys things. I'm sorry to say, but my work is more important than teaching you. So yeah, let's look at EU. So we're basically on streams, guys, we're basically talking about why things happened in that day, and we're looking at larger time frames. That's basically all I can do. I can tell you maybe what to look for tomorrow, but it's basically going to be longer time frames. I can't tell you what to do on that day. I can always tell you, I can only tell you like long time frames, which is easier for me to predict anyways. Short time frames are much harder to predict because there's like news events and whatnot that can fluctuate things. Okay. Yeah, this does look like, okay, we've been talking about this level kind of rejecting as a possibility, right? But it doesn't mean that this is a top yet, really, right? This is kind of the level of importance. Oops. Right. And we did close below it. But if you're looking here, what is this level? Oh, that's kind of funny how it lined up perfectly there, isn't it? That's kind of just, I think that's kind of more of a chance. I don't think that was very important. That's this level here. I don't think that's too important. But we did have this purple box here, if you remember. And since we didn't touch it, I don't really want to get in on a longer time frame short yet until we're breaking levels, right? Until we've broken back down this level, then I'll look for a different entry to get in on a short. But right now, this doesn't really show me anything. This was the level I wanted to get in on. I didn't, so I'm not going to force anything. And that's the exact same logic you guys should think about. Look at it on the longer time frame, say, okay, this is where I want to get in. If it doesn't get there, I'm not going to do anything, right? And then you're going to watch what happens there also. You're not going to just enter blindly most of the time. Sometimes you will. Depends on the situation. Let me draw this over here. Yeah, that touched it perfectly. This is actually looking reasonably good for the euro to continue up, but I think more likely on the longer time frame, this is the actual top, and then we will come back for a reversal back down to here on the higher time frame. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. You can't short this after a dump like that. I wouldn't short it anywhere in here. I would only short it here. So really, you're going to have to wait until this level breaks down, and then you can look for a new short on this retest like this. This is what's going to most likely happen, and then you retest, and then you can enter in there. That's all you can do, and then ride it down to here. After it breaks this level 2, that's going to be an even stronger short, because right now we're not even completely sure that this isn't going to just range like this and then go for another high and then break down, right? But once it breaks below this low, then it's going to be a really strong sign that we're going to come back down here, because there's nothing else holding it up. Nothing, there's no important levels here. Right now, this is a very important level. 50 PHP? What's PHP? EO. What is PHP? So far, so good on Hunter FX Signal Service. I really appreciate it, dude. Yeah, we're doing super well. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, what is PHP? Then I'm not talking about the language like PHP. You just like donated like 50 PHP, and I don't know what that is. PHP. Is that a drug? Oh, PCP. No, PCP. I'd rather take 50 PCPs, please. Can I have 50 of those? Alright. How much do you aim for before you stop trading for the day? I have no high-end requirements, but if I lose 3 trades or 3%, I'm done. But I have no win targets, because then that's just going to limit myself from taking good setups or letting things run for too long or something like this. We never want like a high-end setup unless you specifically know that after you start making a certain amount, you give it all back to the market. You know, if let's say you notice you have a um, a, a pattern where after you make 5%, you get lazy. 50. Okay, so let's say you have a pattern that once you make 5%, you start getting lazy, and then you give back 2% to the market. You just notice that. Then you just stop trading at 5%, right? But that's most people. You said 50 PHP is 50K? What? A Filipino peso. Oh. Filipinos have peso? I guess peso is just a term for currency, isn't it? Yeah, that was a little bit. Ivana, that's kind of a weird message, right? I was a little bit weird, but whatever. Normally people don't donate just to say thank you, but I guess it's a tip or something. Um, I don't know what that conversion rate is though. It's probably like $2. That's what I figured. Yeah, it's two. No, Mike's like it's $2. Oh yeah, $1. That's exactly what I thought. I was like pretty excited. I was like, shit, somebody sent me $50 for nothing. All right, what else do we look at? Maybe pound. Yeah, we kind of already looked at a couple pound pairs too, but this is probably going to follow something similar. Let's see if we actually hit this level. We're getting pretty decent here. Higher time frame. That level's been touched now, actually, guys. This is that level that we were waiting for long ass time. Hopefully you guys remember. We've been waiting for that level since around here, like April, May, something like that. And it does look like it's finally touched. So that was the level, and then we're sweeping those highs. It does look like it's going to break down now. I'm thinking this breaks down. Look at this. Higher time frame. Oops. We have, range highs here. I'll just roughly draw a line there. And then we're simply going up very quickly, and we're touching that exact purple zone perfectly, right? Let's delete that because it's just a freaking idea. Even though it was accurate, I don't give a shit. And we looked at this little bounce here that we saw the bounce off of this level. It went a little bit past. That's fine. And then it came up here. Let's get rid of that shit. I don't like those trades on there. So now, what's going on here? We swept this low. Break up here. Look at the higher time frame. I think this is the level that we broke out from, right? So I think that's where we're going to come back down to on the higher time frame before we can look for any upside. Since we've already satisfied this requirement, we wanted to hit there, we have no reason to go up. The only other reason to go up would be to break new highs, I think, right? But because this dump is so powerful, it's going to be hard for us to just completely break a new high. We're most likely going to come back, retest this area, and see how we react off of this demand area on the high time frame, right? That's going to be the area of interest. That's probably we're going to come down to, I told you guys it probably bounce right here somewhere, and then we would reject in there, right? If you guys remember ish. I don't remember exactly what I said, but something along those lines. And then, so now it does look like it's rejecting. This is a little bit messy because it's not exactly at a level of interest, but we did sweep these highs, right? Sweep that high, and then we broke down, breaking here. Here's the supply. That's probably a decent short right there. That's probably a decent short. If not, then this is the level. Yeah, so if that doesn't work, it could easily stop us out and then go to this level, right? How much is the VIP? It's free right now, man, but it'll be 300 after. I mean, I should actually charge more, but I want to make sure everyone has like some sort of access to it. I don't want to charge too much. What is your thoughts on currency strength meters like currency quake? I don't know what that is, dude. Currency strength meters, but that's basically just saying like, I think I've seen these where it basically just tells you like how strong fundamentally the currency is. I wouldn't go based off of them unless you know what they're basing it off of, right? So unless it's specifically building the info off of a certain news feed or something like this, and you do trust those news feeds and you know exactly how it's working, then you could go based off of it. But if you're just looking at something that says, okay, the odd has like a 40% power or something like this, then why would you follow this? It doesn't make any sense. You need to know how it's built and trust everything behind it. So I wouldn't follow those. Figure your own currency strength based off of news if that's what you want. Blew my account in one night. Uh-oh. That's not good, dude. Hopefully you don't do it again. Hopefully you learned your lesson and figured out how to not be a idiot. Don't be an idiot, man. Don't be an idiot. Close your accounts before, close your trades before news. Or you should have a stop, dude, because clearly you weren't playing with a stop. You didn't accept a loss, and that was your problem. Your problem was that you were scared to lose. So if you're scared to lose and you don't accept a loss by putting a stop somewhere, then what you're saying is, I'm willing to lose everything. You're either willing to lose a small amount of your account or you're willing to lose everything. And by not making a decision, that's saying I'm willing to lose everything in one trade. But if you make a decision and you say, okay, I'm willing to lose 2% at this point, then you're deciding that you won't blow your account. Is 300 the norm for these services? No, it's much more expensive than other ones because it's the only one that's going to give the same results, right? Most signal services don't make you money. They lose you money. Some do okay. This one is going to be better than every single one ever. I guarantee it. I mean, if it doesn't like exceed your expectations, man, I'll just give you your money back if you really need it. I mean, that's not like a guarantee thing, but like, I can pretty much say, you know, if enough people don't like it, I'll just give some people money back if they really can't afford it. But I'm not gonna do that for everyone. It'll be like if somebody like fucked up or something and they can't afford. I don't know. No, I can't say shit like this because then everyone's gonna message me. I can't say that. Oh, I'm not saying that, guys. Unfortunately, I can't say that because everyone's going to spam me and they're just going to ask for it back for no reason. It's going to be all fake shit, right? But yeah. A GU leg up, pull back, 618, and then new highs. You think this is what you're saying? You say GU leg up, pull back to 618. This is what you're saying, right? GU leg up, pull back, 618, and then new highs. That's what you're saying? I can see that. The reason I say I could see that is because this rejection isn't super clean. There's no level here that I was interested in. It obviously it like broke above this high, but it didn't actually hit anything that was untested. So there was no supply or demand that was really of interest. But right here is the actual level that I do see an interesting point in. So you could make a new high here, right? And then that would be a better short maybe if we could get up there. I just don't know if it'll get up there for sure. So your best short is right here for now until we break the high. Let's get rid of this. But you can see, guys, I always talk about how fib is not important. You know why? Because where is our demand area? It's this one, isn't it? But it's bouncing on that area no matter what. So why do we need fib? Fib is just silly. I mean, it gives you a rough, it tells you like roughly which one's good. Hey, thanks EO for the 50 PHP. Just next time send me PCP, 50 PCPs. I much prefer PCP. I much prefer drugs than money, man. Just guys, I should like set up a freaking PO box. You guys can just send me drugs, and I'll experiment with them and do them for a vlog. I'll do them on stream. How about just send me drugs and then I'll do them all on stream and then do analysis. Yeah, we'll check EG. Yeah, EO, thanks for the donation. It's expensive, but so far so good. I appreciate it, yeah. Thank you, man. We'll be posting up like the MyFX book in July, so that you know people can actually see all of the actual trading. Dude, I think I've been on a pretty good streak here with my analysis, at least. We've been on a really good streak here, haven't we? I think all of last week, everything has been dead on right. You know, it might not continue that way though. I think that's just lucky, kind of. So, sweep this high, sweep it again. Told you that it was going to come back to this zone, perfectly bouncing off of that. What do we see happening here? We have the magnet tool up there. Remember what the magnet tool does? It moves the market for us. So we threw it up there. But we knew that the sniper was going to have to get sniped first, right? Sniper first and then the magnet. It's actually not like that though, guys, because I can put a magnet down here too. Here's the thing. Here's the thing now. We're in this range and we keep sweeping the sides on either side, right? We just keep sweeping. So there's no reason to have any bias on either direction right now. The immediate bias was short because we saw this sweep very quickly here, and that's the most immediate thing that's going to happen. And then we look for our level, right? And we looked for the level that was right here. So now we've hit that. So now what's going to happen is we don't have any reason to believe that this is going to stop yet, because it's simply just retracing here. So on the very short time frame, this is going to continue down. But we've hit the level, so this is a possible bounce area. So we have to wait until it prints better data. We have to see some sort of reversal pattern, some sort of sweeping, some sort of trend change, something like this. Right now there's nothing, so it's going to continue down. But if it breaks here with conviction, then it's coming down here. If it breaks here, it's coming up here. It's as simple as that. And it's actually probably if it breaks this one. We don't really care about this high anymore. If it breaks that one, it's going to come up. So it's either going to do this. We have to wait for that. But really right now, we've hit our target and it's just a waiting game to see how the price prints. Right? Unless you're just trying to trend trade this for the day, and then you can trend trade it. Yo, thanks for the donation again. 50 PHPs. Should give a discount for the Pioneer trial users. We might do like a discount thing like later on, for like a certain month or something like that. I definitely want to like give you guys like as much opportunity as you can to like try things out for cheaper and whatnot. It's the value that is fair for what you're getting, right? Anything less than 300 is not enough to pay my traders, because there's a lot of traders and they deserve a lot of money for how good they are. So like I don't want to give them anything less than like a lot of money, basically, just because they're so freaking talented that it wouldn't be worth their time. I've been doing the free retrial on FTMO. I'm not even gonna bother, man. I might do it later, but I don't know how long they let me like save it for. But I don't want to do it right now. I have other shit I want to focus on, and I never even wanted to trade FTMO to begin with. I just kind of did it for content, because I have my own money to trade with. So the extra, like whatever 5K a month it is, it's not a big deal. I don't really need the 5K, but you know, obviously it's nice, but I just don't care that much, because I don't want to have to restrict myself to the news. Yeah, I bought a car. I'll show you guys a video. I bought a car on the weekend. Yeah, FTMO is very restrictive. It's not that bad. It's just like I don't like watching the news, and then I don't want to like worry about getting kicked off and whatnot. Let's look at another one. EG. Here's a trade we took. Oh man, the magnet tool didn't work. Oh shit. Okay, well, anyways, it's coming down. What's your opinion on Nick Shaw? I think he's the most handsome bald man on YouTube. I think he's the most beautiful bald Forex trader in the world. Okay, so remember EG. We had this gap, went down, completely plummeting. We were looking for that retest, right? And that's what that magnet tool is. Doesn't mean that we're not going to get there yet. We were able to scalp a little bit of a day trade here. Why? Well, we're in a downtrend for the day, right? We come back for a pullback. We sweep these highs, and then we just enter on the breakdown, right? Enter on this breakdown here. We broke it. Wait, we'll zoom in. Breakdown, breakdown. Enter on the retest of that level. This one right here. I draw the candle. Let me draw it on the 1 minute. You can see on the retest of this candle. Front run it slightly because we're nervous, right? Enter the trend, follow the trend, target this area, untested zone, right? But simple, right? So again, now what's going to happen, guys? We dumped super hard. That doesn't mean that we're not going to find support here. We haven't broken another level yet. If we break this low here, then I would be hesitant to thinking that it's going to come all the way back down here, up here. But I still think because this is quite rallying strong, right? It's kind of a strong rally. We're breaking levels back to the upside here. This could simply bounce off of this zone somewhere here, and I might be able to get along all the way up here. It's a little bit. Actually, look at this. Sorry, I missed this. We could come all the way back down here. We come all the way back down here. This would be good. All the way there. And then we could go there and then down. That seems pretty good. Trend is down. This is the most powerful level we're interested in, right? We were in an uptrend, so we're most likely going to come back up, continue that uptrend at least slightly, test that area, and then we'll come back for the actual retrace down into that downtrend again. That makes a lot of sense. Can we do affiliate program for the Signal group? Yeah, maybe. Not yet, man. Not yet. There's a lot of stuff I'm working on, and I'm hiring a whole like IT group, IT crew, CTO, programmers, shit like this. I already got the web dev. A lot of stuff. Hey, I know that leverage does not mean all, but can you give me a few tips? Struggling a lot with. Well, you didn't ask a question, dude. I can definitely give you tips, but there's no question. Is it a Lambo? No, I didn't get a Lambo. I don't like Lambos. I got a Jaguar. I got a new 2020 Jaguar F-Type. It had 30 kilometers on it. I'll show you it. I'll show you in the video. I like Jaguars. They're not super flashy. I don't like being super flashy. Like frickin' Ferrari, like a red Ferrari is not my type, my style, man. I like the more like subtle, like luxury version of sports cars. Should Microsoft be worried about our whole IT group? No, it's just gonna be a few guys, man. But I gotta hire on a few people. Hater. Who's a hater? Danky Boss? Who's Danky Boss? Danky Boss. Who's that? Thoughts on CAD, JPY. CAD JPY. Let's take a peek. I don't know if this was anything. I might be able to lie to you guys and say, okay, it's coming back here, and then say I was right, but I don't know what that actually was. But imagine if I just like lied to you guys and be like, oh yeah, we got it right. I don't know what that was. Okay, higher time frame. If you look here, this is what we were looking for since all of this ranging, and we eventually touched it. We eventually touched that gap there too. This, if you guys were wondering what this was, let me throw on the daily actually. Whoops. That was that recent breakdown on the daily, and we've actually gone right up above, and we've swept the highs. What did this line up perfectly with? Oh wow, you're gonna be surprised. Oh my god. I talk about this pattern a lot, guys. It's not really a pattern, but it's more kind of the logic behind, okay, it didn't quite touch the level, but there's also stops here. So we're gonna touch the level and stop people out before coming back down, right? So there's really no reason for us to continue up. And this also looks super bearish just in general structure, right? Just our general feel, right? But it's not very good to go off of general feel. General feel, reporting for duty. I think that's from like How I Met Your Mother or something like that. The major something. General feel. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever. Supply. That's our untested supply. We're in a downtrend. We want to continue that downtrend. Right? This is the area we're looking for. On the larger time frame. Smaller time frame. What do we got here? We got double highs being swept, breaking back down, retesting that area. It could dump back down here. I'd be interested in going a little bit higher still. Look at this. This is also kind of an untested area right here. I just draw that out. And we didn't even quite touch it. I think this is bait. And we're going to come up a little bit higher. And get you guys quick. Just a quick one, and then we'll continue down. Just a quick one. And then we'll go back down. Where are we going down to? Oh, we got a few levels. Right. Levels are so easy to draw, guys. I hope you guys know how to do this. Levels are just so easy to draw. Boom, boom. Those are our levels. We've already touched this. I don't care about it anymore. Coming down to here. Go down to here. One of these ones. Oof. There's the target. Nice institutional levels on GJ. We looked at GJ, and we're incredibly good at trading GJ, apparently. Apparently, we're just incredible at this. Wow. Right. And then it's going to go down. Yeah. You said Swiss J? Institutional levels on here. Nice ones. I dig it. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, man, look at this. I dig it. Boom, it's going down, dude. When you see something like this, high time frame. Oh, man. Oh, it's juicy. It's going down. I can dig it. Oh, look at that. That was a nice trade. Cool. That was a right trade too, wasn't it? Juicy. Okay, what's going on? Any levels of interest? Already been touched. This level now already been touched too. That's been touched. Next one. A little bit meshy. But we got it. That's the level. That's our short. If you guys want to jump into this, that's the one. That's the one. Friggin' targets of this makes a target. That's the target. Around there, probably. Yeah. That's probably the target. You got another one here. Those two make sense right here and here. The rest of it is not important. If we break past this blue, it's going to go all the way and break a new low. Or all the way back down here, rather. I think. Because these levels are just stupid. There's nothing here. There's nothing there of importance. So if it breaks here, it's going to go. So if we go like this. If it breaks, that's how I'm going to draw. If it breaks, and then we go there. That's how I'm going to draw that. EA, we can look at EA. Is it worth somebody to use the signals if they only have $100? No. Do not do that. Do not do that. It's a service that only some people will be able to afford. EA. No. I guess we've broken. Damn, look at this. Okay, that's kind of unexpected. Nice. Okay. Okay. Man, what the hell? Huh. Huh. Look at that. Monthly? That's a bit different, isn't it? That's a little bit different. But it structurally makes sense. Here's the thing, though. Swept those lows. Likely, okay, monthly level is looking like this is actually just a huge old sweep, and then we're going to be closing below here and then going for low. Monthly level is telling us that, right? But weekly, daily, we've just swept these lows, and now we can come back up. So what we're going to look for is simply a retrace all the way back up to something here. But we need to be very careful, because this could come to here, right, and then dump down. It could come to here and then dump down. Could come all the way up here and then dump down, because really, anytime we see kind of like a fake scam pump like that, and then it come all the way back down very quickly, it often hits this level that it originally jumped off from, and then comes way up here, and then it breaks down, because this is that second like fake out. People make people think that, okay, it might be going back up, and then it comes back down. So this is going to take forever to play out, and I don't want to make any predictions on it, but this is going to break, but it's going to take forever, like months. This is going to break down, but we need to like do that line thing again, because I have no idea when it will. It's going to be really hard to predict. Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't tell you guys much about this, honestly. Here, like, all I can do is draw levels, and we can watch to see what level we want to short on. I wouldn't be longing this. That's just me. I wouldn't long this. Unless you're day trade, unless you're like just doing a simple like scalp on the day trade or something, like if the trend is up, but we don't know for sure, right? Well, at least today we can't do anything. This looks stupid. I wouldn't trade this. That just looks like it's chopping you up. We don't trade chop. I think EJ is going to keep going down. I think we looked at this, didn't we? Yeah, down to here. I swear, I think. All right. All right. All right, guys. I think I'm going to wrap this up. I noticed YouTube's been a little bit quieter lately. I think people are going back to work. Fewer people in the streams. It's kind of dying out a little bit. Not crazy, but I think people are all going back to work. They're not sitting in front of their computers as much. Alright guys, hit that like in the video if I provided any content of value to you. I really appreciate it. But that's only if, you know, I provide value to you. Then if you think that there's no value to you, then go ahead and skip the like. You just got in? Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up though, man. Unfortunately, we looked at gold. No, we're not gonna look at gold right now. I'm gonna wrap it up. About leverage, how do you set your leverage in order to still make decent profit? For example, 1% or so. Leverage has nothing to do with what you're risking. To risk 1% of your trade capital, you have to calculate your distance to your stop based off of the amount that you're betting, and then you make it so that you lose only 1%. Has nothing to do with leverage. Leverage just allows you to bet more. It allows you to be a gambler. That's all it does. All right, guys. See you. Good stream, my guy. Thank you, Sean.